The pair committed to Winthrop on National Signing Day. Their scholarships will cover about 60% of the cost to attend.
We're gonna go in August.
Yeah.
Now they're counting down the days and keeping their skills sharp.
Along with being cornhole partners, the boys say they'll also be roommates. And coming up in our next hour of Good Morning Northwest, we go in depth on what led to the decision to find the man responsible for a deadly shooting at the Richland Fred Meyer not guilty. Also yesterday was the state of the school districts. We'll hear from the Kennewick superintendent on major plans for the district. Also, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 5:59 on Wednesday, February 21st. Let's check in right away on your morning forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, what can people expect as they're just waking up or heading out the door?
We do have dense fog once again, Jessica, along the foothills of the Blues, but visibility looking great in Pasco at this hour. We'll continue to watch for fog development, but I think the chance for fog in the Tri-Cities is on the lower end today. Sunrise 6:50, so we got about 50 minutes to go there before the sun is up. Now, this is what it looks like at our Walla Walla Airport looking west. It's hard to even see the runway there, so visibility has been greatly reduced along the foothills of the Blues this morning. Walla Walla, you're up to 2 miles, but that number has dropped on and off throughout the morning hours. So allow for a little bit of extra travel time. Be sure to slow down if you're traveling out of Walla Walla, out of Pendleton, or even to those areas this morning. A couple of spotty showers just to the east of Connell and also to the north of Hanford. The rest of us starting off dry this morning and cloudy. Temperatures above freezing, upper 30s to around 40 degrees. Not too bad out there. And as you're getting the kids ready to catch the bus this morning, temperatures will be in the upper 30s. I think we will see a few peaks of sunshine late in the day with highs in the low to middle 50s. Not bad. And it gets even warmer as we get into the weekend. We'll have that full weekend forecast, plus what you'll be able to see in the sky if the clouds cooperate, coming up in a bit. Jessica, back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. In a crime alert now, a court case that has drawn a lot of attention and some controversy in our region. The person who killed one man and injured another inside the Richland Fred Meyer 2 years ago was found not guilty by reason of insanity. Apple Valley News Now's Alyssa Warner talked to the prosecutor about why the shooter is not going to trial.
This is such a heartbreaking case, and I think that the community deserves to know what happened.
The person who killed one man and injured another at the Richland Fred Meyer 2 years ago will not go to trial, and he won't go to prison.
At this time, the court will accept the defendant's plea of not guilty by reason of insanity.
I sat down with Benton County Prosecutor Eric Eisinger, who says, like many of the people who spoke in court at Kelly's hearing last week, he's disappointed.
The law has always recognized a defense for insanity. I think there's a lot of factual questions about whether he actually was insane or not. It placed us in an impossible position when all 4 experts gave opinions that he was not able to perceive the nature and quality of his acts. That he basically didn't understand what he was doing.
Justin Crumbaugh was killed in the shooting in February of 2022. His family said in court, Kelly's actions after the shooting point to someone who knew what he'd done.
Leaving, doing searches, driving to Walla Walla on back roads, cleaning out his bank account all showed that he knew what he was doing and that he had done wrong.
If a person was insane and didn't know right from wrong when they just murdered someone and attempted to murder another, why would these types of searches be taking place? In their mind, there was no crime committed, so why search extradition and being arrested?
Was Kelly sane? His lawyers consulted an expert who said Kelly did not fully understand what he was doing on the day of the shooting. Eisinger says that's expected. What they didn't expect was that 3 other experts consulted by the prosecutor's office agreed.
This feels like a really unsatisfactory outcome, but it's one that we are stuck with legally. Like, we have exhausted all of our options, and it brought us to this point. And it seems hard to understand that somebody could be high-functioning and act, again, in a goal-oriented and intentional way, and yet be living in this schizophrenic, delusional, alternate reality.
He is a murderer and should be labeled as such. and should go to prison, not a cushy room in a mental hospital, to be treated like a sick patient and where he can continue playing the system.
Is Kelly playing the system? I spoke with clinical psychologist Dr. Angela Klingensmith about how experts go about diagnosing someone with schizophrenia.
So a psychological test, most of the time what we'll have a set of preliminary scales that we look at, and essentially it helps us determine, is this person trying to paint a picture of what they would like us to think about them? Most often, somebody who is faking it isn't going to know specifically how to consistently fake a certain type of psychosis. I think the other big thing that's important to think about is when somebody does have access to the DSM-5 and they're, cherry picking, sometimes, there are very, very intelligent individuals out there who do know what they're doing. And that is why with these assessments that we do give, that's what helps us, because unless he's completed his doctorate in psychology or has access which would be very, very unethical, he's not going to be able to know how to quote unquote beat these tests. Because if you look in the DSM, all it says is what types of delusions and hallucinations there are and what the difference between catatonic and negative symptoms are.
1 week after the court hearing that sent Kelly to Eastern State Hospital, Crumbaugh's mother and sister tell me they're relieved to have some level of closure.
Do I ever want him out on the streets? No, I don't. I think he needs that's his punishment, if nothing else, where he didn't go to prison. His punishment, if he is in the mental hospital for the rest of his life, then at least we don't have to worry about him getting out and doing that to another family.
The prosecutor says he's focused on making sure Kelly does not get out on Eastern State Hospital, that is, and if he tries, the court will have to consider everything that has been entered into the court record so far over the past 2 years. And we have more information from the beginning of this case, and you can find it on our website, along with much more from the prosecutor, the psychologist as well, and Justin Crumbaugh's family. Investigators with the Sunnyside Police Department arrest at least one person in connection to the killing of 2 teen brothers on February 16th. According to a press release, a juvenile man has been charged with the murder of 17-year-old Maurice Hernandez and his 13-year-old brother Isaac. The brothers died after being shot multiple times, and at this time, it's unknown if the man knew the brothers, also what led up to the shooting. However, we will continue to keep you updated. Also this week, the Tri-Cities Hispanic Chamber of Commerce held a networking event for Tri-Cities school districts to talk about their plans and goals for the year. Riley Fitzgerald joins us live now in studio. Good morning, Riley. What are some of these school districts up to?
Good morning, Jessica. The State of the School Districts happened yesterday, where superintendents from the Kennewick, Richland, and Pasco school districts all met and went over their game plans for the past year and what's coming up. I first talked with Kennewick School District Superintendent Dr. Tracy Pierce. One thing she discussed was the results of KSD's latest levy, increasing safety in schools with the placement of law enforcement.
I talked about our expansion of our school resource officer program. That's a partnership with Kennewick Police Department and the City of Kennewick, and our expansion or our creation, thanks to the levy passing last year, of a school safety officer program. That's providing safety officers at our elementary schools.
Financial literacy for students was also discussed, along with new programs and projects. Another one mentioned was the Teaching Bridge Academy student program that helps connect students interested in teaching and education with classes at WSU Tri-Cities, and even the opportunity to work as a sub-para educator. Tomorrow we hear from Michelle Whitney about the Pasco School District and updates in the new 2 high schools coming to the district. Catch that here on Good Morning Northwest. In studio, I'm Riley Fitzgerald. Jessica, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Riley. And straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, it was a busy day with wild moments in the skies yesterday. We'll tell you about a plane landing on a highway and a passenger behaving badly, and that's when we come back. Also looking outside, 39 degrees is still the temperature. We'll be back with more headlines right after this.
Want to test drive U.S. Cellular's network free for 30 days?
Here we go.
Hey, I wonder if U.S. Cellular lets me stream in my... Rec room. Yep, It's working.
Test drive U.S. Cellular's award-winning network free for 30 days.
Did you know Ustria Health has 3 full-time board-certified orthopedic surgeons? Pain in your hands, knees, hips, or shoulders can reduce your quality of life. Orthopedic doctors repair bone, joint, ligament, and tendon injuries, which can relieve debilitating pain. Our surgeons treat tendonitis and carpal tunnel, repair broken bones and fractures, and replace painful, worn-out joints, putting you back in motion. Ustria Health, exceptional rural health care close to home.
Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
The back end was in the back seat. There was nothing left of the rear.
Danny was in pain, and the insurance company was giving him the runaround.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company that I didn't have. I felt very comforted. I felt like I was going to be taken care of, that I didn't have to worry about it.
The insurance company couldn't run around me, and Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through March 31st, receive rebates up to $1,600 off on a new Daikin Fit system and thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. All roofs come with the limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again. And with the rain, snow, and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Get your free roof assessment today. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
Today, we seize the day, because at US Cellular, you can get an epic Samsung Galaxy S24 with Galaxy AI.
Even me?
Look under your chair. That's right.
Get the Samsung Galaxy S24 on us, US Cellular.
Stacy Lee, she's on your side. Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. There's new video out of some tense moments in the sky and on the ground. 3 examples of recent flights that did not go as planned. Here's ABC's Allison Kosick.
This morning, the FAA is investigating multiple mid-air incidents across the country, including in New York, where this single-engine plane made an emergency landing on a busy Long Island highway.
Very, very shocking. I see a plane go down.
The pilot, facing engine trouble, was trying to land at a nearby airport but didn't make it. No one in the plane or on the ground was seriously injured. Meanwhile, an American Airlines flight was forced to return to Albuquerque after a man allegedly tried to open the plane door after takeoff. Videos show passengers wrestling the man to the cabin floor, then using duct tape to restrain him. Blaze was one of the first passengers to wrestle him down.
He already had the safety mechanism down. He had both hands on the lever and he was like yanking it. And he's a big dude and he had it, pretty well pulled. And I don't know if you could hear it, but I could hear the actual difference in pressure. There was a whistling.
The man was taken into custody after the plane landed. The FBI is now investigating.
Plane takes off and all of a sudden it hears loud, violent vibration.
Witnesses are also describing a mid-air scare on this United flight, cut short after the wing started tearing apart. The plane was carrying 165 passengers from San Francisco to Boston, but the crew made an emergency landing in Denver after passengers spotted that damage to the wing.
Next thing you know, the pilot comes on the PA system and announces that we've sustained some damage.
Allison Kosick, ABC News, New York.
The plane involved was an older Boeing 757. Investigators will now examine the plane's maintenance records. Also, gambling is paying off in a big way in the United States. The American Gaming Association says people spent a record $66.5 billion on commercial gaming last year. That's $6 billion higher than in 2022. And it includes money spent at casinos, sports betting, and online gaming sites. The Gaming Association says the industry's revenue is helping the economy, and the money spent generated more than $14 billion for state and local taxes. That also was a record amount last year and was up nearly 10% from 2022. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, after an embankment failure caused the closure of both lanes of the interstate near Wapato, WSDOT officials are saying it may be a while for a permanent fix. And looking outside, we are having dense fog in some areas. Temperature is 39 degrees. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona will have more in that first alert full forecast. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Right now, there's just so much happening in our world. So much at stake at the start of every morning.
Making sense of it all, that's not always so easy.
And that's where we come in.
Good Morning America. We want you to know every morning.
We're right here, and we got you.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
Here at the clinic, we stay up to date on the latest research and we offer cutting-edge therapies. We treat a number of different conditions, specifically Parkinson's disease, stroke recovery, traumatic brain injury, fibromyalgia, diabetes. We also treat folks dealing with cognitive decline due to aging.
We all have dreams and ideas about how life is going to be, and then life happens, and it's not necessarily what we pictured. So how do we deal with that? I've lived with multiple sclerosis for years. It's realizing that it's all one system. How do you reset your goals so that you can live a happy, healthy life even with chronic illness? And I can attest, yes, you can. My life is incredibly happy.
We first start by improving oxygen utilization in the cells because healthy cells are well oxygenated. We then work towards improving areas of the brain that are inefficient, and for this we use a number of different modalities. We offer oxygen contrast therapy, hyperbaric oxygen therapy, transcranial photobiomodulation, and our latest addition, brain high-intensity interval training.
We also build a schedule for the patient that makes it easy to adapt their game plan to their lives and the therapies they do inside the clinic. To get started, call 509-783-5465 and schedule an appointment with a client advocate today.
The news you care about most happens close to home.
Families, schools, safety.
We got it covered.
Plus, see what's coming and how it will affect you.
We're Apple Valley News Now, and we're on your side.
On your side.
We're Apple Valley News Now, always on your side.
Next live, The Walking Dead's Denai Guerrera and The Bachelor's Joey Crossaday. Plus, Kelly and Mark live in Las Vegas, February 27th through March 1st.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now. E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning and welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We are taking a live look out of our Dust Devil Skycam in Pasco, 39 degrees. It's cloudy out there. Visibility looking pretty good. Winds are light and the official sunrise at 6:50, getting earlier and earlier every day. We do have dense fog that has developed along the foothills of the Blues. That is where dense fog advisory is out until 11 o'clock this morning for reduced visibility. And it has been below a quarter of a mile in Walla Walla. That number now up to 2. And Pendleton, we're down below a quarter of a mile as we speak. But everyone else looking A-OK on this Wednesday morning. Here's proof that it is foggy out there in Walla Walla. This is the WashDOT camera at the airport looking off to the south and west. So there is that dense fog out there. Hopefully we start to see that lift in the next couple of hours, but we'll continue to keep you posted. Here's the weather pattern. That upper low that has brought us showers on and off through the beginning of the week, well, that is finally going to weaken today or start weakening today. Therefore, we have a slight chance for a shower, but many areas end up staying dry. As we go into tomorrow, that area of low pressure is gone and we'll see a ridge of high pressure start to build into the Pacific Northwest, and that ridge continues to strengthen and high pressure will keep us dry with more sunshine by the end of the week and into the upcoming weekend. So today with that disturbance nearby, can't rule out a spotty shower, but there's not a lot of activity on the map here, there are some more showers down across the foothills of the Blues. So Heppner, Hermiston, Pendleton, Walla Walla, you'll have slightly better chances for more activity today. High temperatures not bad for this time of year. Low to middle 50s, a few degrees higher than yesterday. 50 degrees in Yakima, 54 in the Tri-Cities. We'll keep it in the upper 40s in Walla Walla. And I do think we will see some late day sunshine, a few peaks of it at the very least. As we go into tonight, things really start to wind down, and I do think we will see more breaks in the clouds. We'll call it partly cloudy overnight and into tomorrow morning. And if we see enough breaks in the clouds, you may be able to spot the International Space Station and 2 planets. But first, temperatures will be dropping into the mid to upper 30s. Now, here's how you spot the International Space Station, also known as the ISS. The pass will be tomorrow morning at 5:36 exactly. It'll last 5 minutes. That's a long time for an ISS pass. Max height above the horizon is 45 degrees. So you want to look halfway up from the ground to the sky, and this will be traveling from the west-northwest to the east-northeast. This is if we have enough breaks in the clouds. So if you're up that early tomorrow morning, you may want to take a peek outside and check that out. If we do have enough breaks, you may be able also to spot Venus and Mars in the southeast sky tomorrow morning just before the sun rises. It'll be between 6 and 6:30. I know it's a narrow window, but maybe if you're heading out the door at that hour, you'll be able to spot these 2 planets. It's easy to spot Venus. Venus is the brightest planet in our sky, and Mars will be much dimmer beside it. So here's your 7-day forecast. After today, we're going to see more sunshine throughout the rest of the week. Look at Saturday, upper 50s in the Tri-Cities. Sunday is windy, still mild, and then the chance for rain and snow going up Sunday night into early next week. Yakima, 50 today, slight chance for a shower, low and middle 50s with more sunshine Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Walla Walla and Hermiston, we have a better chance for some scattered activity today. Upper 40s near 50. Tomorrow looking much drier. Partly cloudy, 53 in Walla Walla, 54 in Hermiston, and it's getting better right into the weekend. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And all lanes of I-82 near Wapato are currently closed due to the partial collapse of the irrigation culvert under the interstate. State transportation officials have construction crews working around the clock, saying they hope to have westbound lanes open by Friday. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us this incident is part of a bigger problem and has long-term implications.
Traffic delays and detours near Wapato due to a section of I-82 closed for days on end for emergency repairs. I'm standing in the middle of I-82 eastbound, where crews have been hard at work night and day dealing with an embankment failure due to a damaged irrigation culvert that partially collapsed. Crews now creating a temporary drain to replace it. The goal, to have westbound lanes open Friday and eastbound lanes open by March 1st.
It's 3 to 5 months out before we'll see the permanent fix.
But the bigger problem is funding. WSDOT officials say the irrigation culvert was built in the 1970s and should have been replaced already. But here and in other places across the state,
we really just don't have the funding to keep up with maintaining what we currently have. So unfortunately, these are the type of situations we will be seeing in the future.
Situations with long-lasting implications, because just replacing the culvert on its own would likely have cost several $million. But now they have to find the extra $1 to $2 million for that emergency fix.
We may not be able to do some paving projects. We may not be able to do some other maintenance work that we had scheduled this summer because we're having to take care of this replacing this culvert.
WSDOT officials say given their current backlogs, it would cost more than $2 billion a year to meet all of their maintenance and preservation needs. But they're only getting $975 million, less than half of what they need. Their funding decided by state lawmakers.
It's trying to work with the legislature to let them know that we need to maintain what we currently have before we start building new projects, because we're going to start having more issues with our infrastructure failing.
Which means something like this could happen again and cost even more in the long run. In Wapato, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Detours are still in place, but the goal is to have westbound lanes open Friday and eastbound lanes open by March 1st. And when we return on Good Morning Northwest, it's time for Operation Best Friend, and this week we'll introduce you to Finn. Don't go anywhere. You could meet your new best friend next.
Spectrum Internet delivers with fast and reliable speeds nationwide, so there's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum. Now get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and a Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line free for 12 months. Visit Spectrum.com or call 844-242-1479. Spectrum Internet offers speed and reliability, while advanced Wi-Fi gives you best-in-class security and privacy for all your connected devices. And Spectrum Mobile delivers unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G included. Switch now and get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 with advanced Wi-Fi and one line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited free for 12 months. Start saving today. Go to Spectrum.com, a Spectrum store, call 844-242-1479, or scan to call now.
Did you know Austria Health has 3 full-time board-certified orthopedic surgeons? Pain in your hands, knees, hips, or shoulders can reduce your quality of life. Orthopedic doctors repair bone, joint, ligament, and tendon injuries, which can relieve debilitating pain. Our surgeons treat tendonitis and carpal tunnel, repair broken bones and fractures, and replace painful, worn-out joints, putting you back in motion. Austria Health, exceptional rural health care close to home.
An evening with Third Eye Blind. Third Eye Blind. Live in concert. Playing a career-spanning full-band electric set. Legends Casino, Hotel Toppenish. Friday, April 12th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com and at the Legends Casino gift shop. For more, visit thirdeyeblind.com.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It's time for Operation Best Friend, where we feature a pet at one of our local shelters and tell you all you need to know about possible adoption. This week we've got a Border Collie Terrier mix that's looking for his forever home. Meet Finn.
Hi there, I brought Finn from the Tri-Cities Animal Shelter. We have him as a Border Collie Terrier mix, estimated to be about 2 years old. And he's been with us since November 25th of 2023. And he is a very energetic boy. He's definitely got a lot of energy. He loves all the other dogs at the shelter. He's very quiet in his kennel. He's not reactive. He doesn't bark. He does know a couple of little tricks. Let's see if we can get him to do them. Can you sit? Sit. Thank you. So with the amount of energy he has, I envision him living on a farm where he can run, have a nice dog friend to go and chase and play. He loves his toys. He loves to go for walks. So somebody who's really active would be a great home for him. He does very well in the car also. He's the volunteer's favorite dog to pair up with other dogs, especially new dogs that come into the shelter, just because he's so okay with everybody. He loves all the people. His shelter bestie is Omni, another terrier mix that we've had at the shelter for quite a while.
And the adoption fee is only $50, so he comes neutered, he's vaccinated, and he's microchipped.
So anybody who takes Finn home will get a $50 gift card to local business Paws Natural Pet Emporium to spoil your new pooch.
What a cutie. If you are looking for a dog, please adopt Finn. And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, the Kennewick School District has just approved a resolution that could impact the history curriculum in the district.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum. Spectrum Internet offers speed and reliability, while advanced Wi-Fi gives you best-in-class security for all your connected devices. And Spectrum Mobile delivers unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G included. Switch now and get Spectrum Internet for $49.99, plus advanced Wi-Fi and one Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line free for 12 months. Start saving today. Visit Spectrum.com, a Spectrum store, or scan to call now.
Now that I'm doing my fellowship at the district, I like to pop by and see how they're doing at Abbott. They hardly even know I'm here.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Now is the perfect time to get a big deal on a brand new Honda. Honda is Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com best value brand. That means deals on Pilot, on CR-V, on HR-V, on Accord, on Civic, and the rest of the Honda lineup. And right now, well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% APR financing on Accord, Civic, and CR-V. But don't wait. For big deals on America's best brand, hurry into your Southeastern Washington Honda dealer today.
Here are some frequently asked questions we get about Dial-A-Ride services. Is Dial-A-Ride going away? No, it is not. All Dial-A-Ride services to Tri-Cities, Benton City, and Prosser is exactly the same. Are drivers being laid off? No. If you qualify for Dial-A-Ride or want to find out if you qualify for Dial-A-Ride services, call 509-735-0160 or visit bft.org to learn more.
Prosser Memorial Health board-certified pediatricians Dr. Dennis Moore and Dr. Gary Podolsky care for newborns through age 18 and are now accepting new patients at our Grandview and Prosser Clinic locations. Their services include wellness exams, school and sports physicals, and treatment for common childhood illnesses. To schedule an appointment for your child, call a Prosser Memorial Health Clinic near you or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, a new resolution from the Kennewick School District in response to proposed legislation that would change the history curriculum. Local meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 6:31 on Wednesday, February 21st. We'll check in right away on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. And Tiffany, what are we seeing as we're waking up or heading out the door this morning?
We're seeing a lot of clouds out there, Jessica. This is the common view at this time of the morning. A lot of clouds, the sun rising in about 20 minutes. So the sky getting brighter and brighter. No fog in the Tri-Cities at this time, and I think the chance of fog developing is on the low side. However, we do have dense fog along the foothills of the Blues. Thanks to the WashDoc camera, this is at the Walla Walla Airport looking northward. You could see it's tough to see the entire runway. However, this view has actually improved over the past 30 minutes to 1 hour where you could barely see out of the camera. So that could be a trend. We could see the fog lifting a little bit in Walla Walla, but I wouldn't be surprised if it lingers for the next few hours. Down into Pendleton, visibility down below 1/4 mile. There have been a couple of spotty showers, but now those showers north and east of Connell and also just to the south and west of Othello. The rest of us starting off dry this morning. So I think it's going to be dry other than a spotty shower or two this morning as you head off to work. Bundle up, temperatures in the upper 30s to near 40 degrees. And in Yakima and the Tri-Cities, we'll likely see highs in the low to middle 50s. Can't rule out a spotty shower really at any point throughout the day, but most of the day looking dry. Walla Walla and Pendleton, that's where the chance for some showers is a little bit higher. So scattered showers possible for you after starting off with fog this morning. Temperatures climbing into the upper 40s. We'll continue to see a warming trend as we go into the weekend. That full forecast coming up. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And the Kennewick School District passed a resolution yesterday opposing state legislation that would change the history curriculum in the classroom. The school board voted 4-0 in favor of the resolution. School board member Mike Connors abstained from voting because he objected to the timing of the special meeting. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma says several people who attended left the meeting disappointed in the decision.
I am firmly against your resolution. Against your proposed resolution.
I would suggest that we don't even take up this resolution.
The special Kennewick School Board meeting was held to talk about two bills that are going through the Washington Legislature right now. Lawmakers are considering 5462 and 2331. These two bills would require inclusion of certain history considerations and perspectives of diverse backgrounds of underrepresented groups. One of these groups would be the LGBTQ+ community. Kennewick School Board Vice President Micah Valentine says he's against these bills because he wants to leave politics out of the classrooms.
I feel like the state and all these outside groups are just pushing politics into our school. And I just want to say, please guys, please stop. Please stop pushing this in our schools. We got it. You can leave us alone. And so now we can just focus on just educating kids.
Valentine says schools focus on basic fundamentals of learning, not ethnic groups during school hours.
They send their kids to school so they leave school knowing how to do algebra, right? And world history. That's why they, so yeah, I guess we can spend our entire school day talking about every single ethnic group and every single, I just don't think that's what school's for.
However, several people who came to the meeting did not agree with Valentine's assessment of the situation.
The great aim of education is not knowledge but action. I can assure you Kennewick School District students will not succeed in careers, college, or life if they are educated in a vacuum, a whitewashed vacuum, where the board attempts to filter out the reality of the world we live in.
Another community member spoke directly to the board from a personal view.
I wanted to make sure you understand what you're doing. You're telling people like me, shouldn't be here.
Someone else says this is another example of the city's history just repeating itself.
Kennewick was a sundown town. You have signs on Blue Bridge. If you're black, don't be here after dark. Is that where we're going?
Valentine addressed people who stood in opposition of the board's resolution proposal. He says some were there with an agenda and that he's more like them than they think.
Nobody's ever asked or how to sit down and have a cup of coffee or a conversation. You're just making up a narrative, and it's just simply not true. I mean, it has. If you actually could understand my heart, I actually agree. I just have a different way to get there.
Despite hearing the oppositions, Valentine was the first to motion in approval of the resolution and the board passed it.
The resolution carries and we have no further business on our agenda, so we will adjourn at this time. Thank you.
Retired Hanford High School teacher and now school volunteer Victoria Russell says she was left confused about what had just happened.
I don't know, Mr. Valentine was saying we don't know him, but then again he voted for the bill and he proposed it. So what was that all about? What did he mean? I'm not sure.
Valentine says he wants every student to know, regardless of the resolution, he wants everyone to be included.
I believe that every single kid, regardless of race, gender, sex, every kid should walk into a classroom and feel 100% loved and accepted.
Russell says she feels let down by the board, but she will not let that stop her.
I'm very disappointed, but we will continue to fight for, as they say, the great aim of education is not knowledge, but action. So I leave it with that.
As for Valentine's final words, he says he feels teaching certain curriculum would separate students, not join them together.
I don't think we have to diversify them. We have to separate this group and honor certain. I think we just love them all, accept them all. We're all Americans.
Valentine also tells us even if the state mandated the curriculum, the school district doesn't have the funding to add it in the classroom. He tells us he doesn't like the state mandating things without giving the schools a way to pay for them. Reporting in Kennewick, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
Legislature and have not yet been approved. We'll keep you updated on the status. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we take a look at an anomaly in space that astronomers say may be the most luminous object ever observed. And looking outside, the sky is getting lighter and brighter. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona will have your first alert full forecast that is coming up shortly. Stay tuned.
Hello there. Watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
The President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row has been extended, so there's still time to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out special purchases while they last, plus 6 years, no interest. But hurry, the extended President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Shelby's Floral, your homegrown neighbor with worldwide connections for over 45 years. Shelby's, more than just a flower shop, specializing in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. We're unique, and we're here for all of life's occasions, all year long. Shelby's Floral at the corner of Clearwater and Edison in Kennewick. Stop by today and let our experienced designers help you with all of your floral needs. Shelby's Floral.
In life's delicate moments, turn to the compassionate experts at Tri-Cities Chaplaincy. Whether it's hospice, palliative, or grief care for adults and children, we are here for you in Benton and Franklin counties. And the best part, our grief support comes at no cost to you. When life gets tough, we're here to guide you, ensuring you live your best life, even through the toughest moments. Visit us today at tccbestlife.org.
Think warm thoughts. Just think warm thoughts. Driving with the windows down. Yeah. Tubing in the river. Ice cream you have to race to eat before it melts. Backyard bonfires and summer cookouts. Road trips for sun-soaked vacations. Hang in there. Warmer weather is coming. And in the meantime, our entire team at McCurley will be there to make sure you find the right vehicle for your journey and keep it running at its best no matter the temperature, because it's more than a vehicle. It's your way home and out of the cold.
Drive into the new year in a 2024 Mazda CX-30 with 0% financing from McCurley Mazda.
The President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row has been extended, so there's still time to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out special purchases while they last, plus 6 years, no interest. But hurry, the extended President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
We're so excited that you've joined our team.
It's nice to meet you.
Welcome to the team.
Good luck out there.
It's great to have you here.
I know you'll love our area.
Apple Valley News Now welcomes Austin Reed.
I'm Austin Reed.
Watch Austin each weeknight. Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Next ET, the real reason for the Stallone family's reality return.
I go, that's the perfect reason to do it.
Plus, Joe Manganiello on his new chapter.
I am happy to report.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. You're going to want to check this out, so come to your screen right now because Australian astronomers have discovered what may be the brightest object in our universe. It's a quasar that is located 12 billion light years away. The astronomers say it's over 500 trillion times more luminous than the sun. Quasars are powered by massive black holes and have been around since the early days of the universe. It's believed that the black hole at the heart of this quasar has a mass of 17 billion suns. The astronomers also say the black hole is growing so fast that it eats just over a sun per day. It was first spotted by the European Southern Observatory in 1980. However, it wasn't identified as a quasar until just last year. And the research behind this quasar was published in the journal Nature Astronomy on Monday, and that looks really cool. That image was beautiful. Well, coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, do you have that one TV show that you always go back to? When we come back, we'll hear from a psychologist who explains why many people have comfort shows. And looking outside, it's getting lighter and brighter, and the sunrise is getting earlier and earlier each day. The sunrise is now 6:50, which is in just a few minutes, and the temperature is 39 degrees. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona will have your first alert full forecast. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
We're Washington Broadband, Yakima's original internet company. With over 250 square miles of fixed wireless, 60 miles of cable, 20 miles of fiber to the home, we are serious internet. Throughout the year, our crews are building fiber and cable to homes and businesses in the upper Yakima Valley. We've never raised our prices in 28 years. With 7-day-a-week support, we're also a phone company. Go to wabroadband.com to find us. We're Yakima's hometown source to the world.
Do you experience persistent hand pain, numbness, or discomfort? Prosser Memorial Health Board Certified Orthopedic Surgeon Dr. Sam Strebel specializes in advanced procedures including endoscopic carpal tunnel release and trigger finger release. Relieve hand discomfort with expert care and call Prosser Orthopedic Center today at 509-786-5599 to schedule an appointment. This is how we care.
Think about the best night's sleep you've ever had. At Tempur-Pedic, we're dedicated to helping you sleep like that. With breakthrough solutions that help relieve pressure, aches and pains, keep you cool if you sleep hot, and even automatically detect and respond to snoring, so you get the deep, comfortable, undisturbed rest you deserve. Save up to $500 on select adjustable mattress sets during our President's Day event at Meredith Furniture.
Are you looking for a bank that has traditional values and modern solutions? Are you looking for a bank that is member-owned? Are you looking for a bank that leaves a lasting impact on the community? I've got news for you. You're not looking for a bank. Belong to something better. Join Hapo Community Credit Union, where you are more than just a member. Visit hapo.org to join today. Where do you credit union?
Get $7,500 purchase allowance on most 2024 Cadillac Lyriq models. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Stacy Lee, she's on your side. Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning and welcome back. We're taking a live look out of our Dust Devils Skycam in Pasco. Our temperatures are hovering right around 39 degrees. Visibility looking good. Winds are light. The official sunrise at 6:50, so in about 4 minutes, but it starts to get brighter out as early as 6:30. Now, we do have dense fog out there along the foothills of the Blues. Thanks to WashDOT, this camera showing the Walla Walla Airport looking south and west. That is where the worst of the fog is located, and that is why we do have a dense fog advisory in effect for Dayton, Walla Walla, and Pendleton until 11 o'clock this morning. So remember, the visibility is typically the lowest right around and after sunrise, and not surprising, that number has dropped in Walla Walla down to 1/4 mile or less. Same story in Pendleton. It's been pretty foggy for these areas all morning long, so allow for some extra travel time and be careful on the roads if you're headed to one of those areas or out of those areas this morning. First alert radar showing we had a couple of spotty showers. They've been pretty isolated in nature. A few showers now pushing into Othello. It looks like we may see another shower move into Prosser, at least the west side of Prosser, and some more action going on north and east of Connell. So here's the big picture. We do have an area of low pressure sitting offshore. So that'll keep a very slight chance for a shower in the forecast today, but it will begin to weaken today and tonight, and we're looking at a drier period starting tomorrow. That's all thanks to a ridge
of high pressure that begins to develop across the Pacific Northwest tomorrow. It strengthens Friday into the weekend, so that high pressure is going to keep us dry and it'll warm us up as we head into the upcoming weekend as well. We'll certainly see more sunshine, which I'm sure everyone is happy about. So as we go throughout the day today, a lot of clouds around this morning. Can't rule out a spotty shower here or there. Temperatures today will likely top out in the low and middle 50s. And notice by 4 and 5 o'clock, we do have a little bit more action along the foothills of the Blues. That is where the chance for some rain showers will be a little bit higher. Otherwise, some of you may see a few peaks of sunshine with highs around 54 in the Tri-Cities, 49 Walla Walla, 51 in Hermiston, and 50 degrees in Yakima. Overnight tonight, a couple of showers may linger, Walla Walla, Pendleton, Heppner. Otherwise, we go partly cloudy. Temperatures drop back down into the 30s. And if we do get enough breaks in the clouds and you get up early enough tomorrow morning, you may be able to spot the International Space Station. The time to look outside will be tomorrow morning, 5:36. The duration in the past 5 minutes, which is actually pretty long. The maximum height that it'll reach above the horizon is 45 degrees. And you want to look first across the west-northwest sky because that space station will be traveling to the east-northeast. If you're in luck and you get up a little bit later, you can check out to see if you can spot Venus and Mars in the southeast sky tomorrow morning between 6 and 6:30. I know it's a narrow window, but that's when they'll be visible before the sun rises and kind of blocks out and gives you more of a glare. So that'll be the case tomorrow morning, Friday morning, Saturday, and Sunday morning, depending on the cloud cover. And I think we'll have better chances of seeing that Friday and Saturday morning. 7-day forecast showing that we dry things out Thursday, Friday. Highs getting close to 60 on Saturday. Yakima 50 degrees today, low and middle 50s through the weekend. The chance for rain and snow showers going up Sunday night into early next week. And Sunday is looking like a windy day for all of us. So in Walla Walla, Hermiston today, scattered light rain will be possible. Not going to be a washout, but we will see spotty showers on and off throughout the day. And we do start to warm things up as we head into the weekend. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And it's time for some entertainment news now. Do you have a favorite TV show that you tend to watch over and over again? You could probably name all the characters and quote some of the lines or even the whole movie. Well, many of us do, and here's why.
Often with comfort shows, they're people that we can resonate with. They're stories that we can resonate with, or they're stories we wish we could resonate with. They kind of give us a break from the normal things that are going on in life right now.
Dr. Chavana Childs is a psychologist for Cleveland Clinic. She says there are all kinds of reasons that people enjoy comfort shows. For example, someone with anxiety may like rewatching the same show because they already know what's going to happen in the end. Or maybe there's a show that makes a person feel nostalgic or happy. And while there's nothing wrong with having a comfort show, Dr. Childs says it's important to make sure it's used as a positive distraction.
If you find that the comfort show is not providing comfort, if it's bringing you down, or if you're more living in the comfort show than you are in reality, then it might be time to reach out to a trusted friend or reach out to a therapist to talk about what's really bothering you.
Comfort shows are not always comedies. They come in all different genres, even true crime documentaries. However, Dr. Childs says to be mindful of how often you watch those, since they could wind up making you feel paranoid or hypervigilant. And if that happens, be sure to take a break. And I've got comfort shows, movies, books, but I think I have more movies than anything else. Well, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast. But first, here's a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the nationwide substitute teacher shortage intensifying, with many school districts from coast to coast scrambling to find fill-ins.
In some instances, again, district that has 2,700 teachers, we may have as much as 300 teachers who are absent each day.
While demand has traditionally exceeded supply for substitute teachers because of the pandemic, 20% of requests for fill-ins have gone unfilled. Many districts leaned on substitutes to help fill vacant teaching positions. Now, the pool of available subs shrinking for when teachers take days off.
What we've seen post-pandemic is a strong increase in both vacancies and teacher absence, which means subs are teaching more than ever before.
And coming up at 7 a.m., more from educators about what this shortage means. With your GMA First Look, I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
When your child has moderate to severe eczema, it's okay for them to show off. Show off their clearer skin and noticeably less itch with Dupixent. Because children 6 months and older with eczema have plenty of reasons to show off their skin. With Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, they can stay ahead of their eczema. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Show off to the world. Ask your child's eczema specialist about Dupixent.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:54. We'll get to your first alert forecast in just a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. A restaurant employee who was hurt during a robbery in Milton Freewater has died. Officers with the police department were called to the Red Tea Garden on Sunday for a reported robbery. Investigators say someone took the change drawer from the cash register, then left, and after being confronted in the parking lot, came back inside. Authorities have not released further information on what happened afterwards or if there have been any arrests in the case. And there are 2 bills in the Washington legislature that, if passed, would require schools to include the history, contributions, and perspectives of historically underrepresented groups. Yesterday, the Kennewick School Board passed a preventative resolution that opposes the legislature if it's passed. Many community members who attended the meeting disagreed with the school board. The vice president tells Apple Valley News Now that he's open to talking to community members one-on-one to explain his thought process. This week, the Tri-Cities Hispanic Chamber of Commerce held a networking event for Tri-Cities school districts to talk about their plans and goals for the year. Financial literacy for students was also discussed, along with new programs and projects. Another one mentioned was the Teaching Bridge Academy student program that helps connect students interested in teaching and education, with classes at WSU Tri-Cities and even the opportunity to work as a sub-para educator.
We're taking a live look out of our Dust Devils Skycam in Pasco, where visibility is looking pretty good. It's chilly outside, 39 degrees, and the sun is up. We just have a lot of clouds in the area at this time. However, dense fog has developed along the foothills of the Blues. This is what it looks like outside of the Walla Walla Airport camera, thanks to WashDOT looking westbound. I swear there's a runway out here somewhere. It's just hard to see because of all that fog reducing visibility. So visibility is the lowest in Walla Walla and Pendleton, where it has been foggy all morning long. If you're traveling to one of these communities or out of one of these communities this morning, allow for some extra travel time. Take it easy, slow down on the roads. That is where dense fog advisory is in effect until 11 o'clock. So this fog could linger even past the morning commute and probably will do so just like it has over the past couple of mornings. A few spotty showers out there, one right near Prosser, a couple more in between Othello and Moses Lake. We can't rule out a spotty shower throughout the day today, but I think most of us will remain dry. We have slightly better chances for rain along the foothills of the Blues. Otherwise, temperatures are in the upper 30s to around 40 degrees. It's 39 degrees in the Tri-Cities. And here is what you could expect throughout the day. 38 this morning in Yakima, Tri-Cities, rising to around 50 in Yakima, 54 in the Tri-Cities. A few more showers across Walla Walla. Jessica?
You, Tiffany, and thanks for waking up and watching Good Morning Northwest. We'll be back tonight at 5, and you can always find the latest updates on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.